This is Coogan Cassius for iFL TV. We're in Newcastle here at the final press conference ahead of Saturday night's world title showdown between Hall and Butler live on Box Nation. With me, my promoter, Francis Warren.
Captain Coog.
What's happening?
You good?
What about Hobson having a dig at your pink shirt?
I have a pink shirt. I've got an array of pink shirts. It's got lilac, fuchsia, all different ones, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with pink.
No, definitely. Well, not compared to his purple shirt anyway. Purple shirt on purple tie. Have a word.
What did you call him, Barney the Dinosaur?
Barney the Dinosaur, yeah.
That's right.
Or the Tinky Winky off Teletubbies, the purple one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've seen you 3 days in a row, but I've failed to get hold of you, so...
got a lot to talk about.
Quite elusive. I just want to go back to the press conference on, what day was it now? Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday, it's Billy Joe and Chris Eubank. Obviously, well publicised that Chris Eubank didn't turn up. Do you know why he didn't turn up?
I'm not sure. I don't know, because we were there to publicise the 26th of July show for Chisora and Fury, on which we announced that Billy Joe had challenged for the vacant European title against Blandamora. And to announce that Chris Eubank Jr. was going to be on the show as well. I don't know, perhaps it was something to do with, Chris maybe thought that we were there to talk about Billy Joe fighting Chris Eubank Jr. down the line somewhere, but I'm not sure. But the important thing was Billy Joe was there, so just glad he was there and had a good chance to sort of get some of his opinions and views across. He's been out for a little while and a frustrating time of injuries, so it's good to see him back, and be good to see him back in Manchester.
Billy Joe Saunders obviously is very close to a shot at the world title. He's got this European title shot, but if he comes through it, I mean, Dad said in the press conference, it's very likely that it'll be made mandatory for Peter Quillen's WBO title. So this is going to be a huge year for Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah,
I think this has been the making of Billy Joe. He's got that carrot's being dangled in front of him to be made #1 challenger for Quillen's title. Billy Joe made a few comments about that he sees Quillen as sort of the key to world title route, because obviously that middleweight division is hottest division in the world boxing, really. I think I think Billy Joe thinks he's got the style to beat Quillen more than maybe he's got a style to beat any other guys at present. I think that will maybe come later in his development, and more work he does with the Tibbs camp, the closer he'll get to be challenging to the top middleweights. But no disrespect to Quillen, he's a worthy world title holder, and I just think that the route we've taken Billy Joe with down the WBO, I think it's a great move, and it's well manoeuvred by my dad. He's done a fantastic job with Billy Joe so far, and as long as he comes through it, then we should see Billy Joe in a world title fight, at the beginning of the new season.
Let's hope so. Is it inevitable that we could possibly see Eubank Jr. and Billy Joe?
It's a great fight.
It is. It's got the ingredients right there.
It's one of the ones that really whets the appetite. We've had a couple of weeks of real, hot domestic showdowns. Obviously, a fantastic weekend last week at Wembley with Frotch and Groves. Fantastic event. So this weekend we've got Stewie Hall and Paul Butler fighting for the world title, and up in Newcastle, Fury and Chisora. And on the undercard of that, we've got some real hot domestic matchups with Liam Walsh and Gary Sykes. We've got Ronnie Heffron and Liam Williams. Further down the undercard, we've got Jack Cattrall and Nathan Bruff. So what we're seeing more and more is top domestic guys fighting each other, and it's just a testament to British boxing. I think how we're not having to look abroad to bring people in to see fantastic matchups. They're here to be made, and fair play to the fighters that are taking part in them. So Eubank Jr. and Billy Joe is another one of them to add to a very long list of top domestic matchups that hopefully will be made and could be made, and fingers crossed that it'll be something that we can get done, hopefully maybe at the end of this year.
Absolutely. In a press conference yesterday in Manchester for some of your undercard fighters, including Liam Smith with defence of his British title, and like you said, the Gary Sykes and Walsh fight, Hughie Fury as well, Nathan Bruff. So it's a stacked card for the 26th of July.
Yeah, I think we'll be finishing at about 4 in the morning at this rate. The amount of, I think we've got six or seven title fights on there, plus a full undercard. We've got Joe Costello's on as well. Fantastic talent he is. I mean,
Great
his debut.
yeah.
I mean, it couldn't have gone much better. I think he was walking around still with his gloves on about an hour after. He looked like he wanted to get back in there and do it again. Adrian Gonzalez will be on there as well. Very popular local guy. Plus, it's Liam Smith as well. He's had a frustrating year so far. A couple of injuries. I think he said yesterday that there was 2 or 3 cards that we put on in Liverpool that he would have been on, but he's had to sort of sit patiently, overcome his injury. He was in the studio for Box Nation, suited and booted a couple of weeks ago, but so he's been on our screens, but not where he wants to be. We'll see him back in the ring 26th of July.
Absolutely. And now we're in Newcastle, set here in
3 days, 3 cities. It's like it's a touring circus.
True. Whole BUTLER, especially like not many people have sort of pointed out that we've had 2 weekends here of back-to-back world title fights, including 2 British fighters in both fights. It's great for the sport, Francis.
It is. I mean, like I just said, it's British boxing's it's booming. There's a few journalists a few years ago saying about how British boxing's dying, and actually not just British boxing as a general in general is dying. It is a tough business to get the top fights made, because there is politics involved and there are a lot of obstacles to overcome, but if you get 2 guys who want to fight each other, and if you can get to the business side of it, the guys who are capable of doing deals together and want to do deals together and allow fighters to fight each other from other camps and appear on different TV networks, then fights can be made. And Stewie Hall and Paul BUTLER is one example of that. You've got 2 different promotional camps coming together and putting on a huge event in Newcastle.
I mean, from a fan point of view, I'm a fan. We do what we do, but I'm still a fan. Probably understand a little bit more about the political side of boxing more than maybe the casual. But from an outside perspective, they look at potential fights from different sort of stables and think, well, how comes he don't fight him? And what a great fight that would be. But it's happening slowly, more and more now.
When we're getting there, from our side point of view, for example, if we get a request, say, from Ringside for one of our guys to go and appear on their Sky's magazine show, absolutely no problem. But we don't get the same response from, if Box Nation put a request into one of Sky's fighters, it just doesn't happen. So you can see where the hold-up is and where the hesitancy falls. It's certainly not on our side. At the end of the day, who are we to say to one of our young fighters, don't go and get your face about? It's great for them, great for their publicity. And it goes the same with the box, with actual making the fights. There's 2 rival TV networks, and at the end of the day, you see the same thing in the States. That's why Pacquiao and Mayweather haven't been made. One's with Showtime, one's with HBO. So it's who's going to give way first to allow the other network to have it. But
from your point of view, you don't strongly have a problem with, say, one of your fighters.
Well, Liam Smith boxed Derek Oching, didn't he?
Yeah.
And look where Liam is now.
Yeah.
He's on the cusp of winning his Lonsdale belt outright, and should be challenging at the top, at the top of his game in probably 6 to 8 months' time. So sometimes it's a springboard. You just let someone off the leash a bit, go and beat someone who Eric was touted to be one of Britain's next rising stars. But we felt that Liam had the capabilities to go and do what he could do, and he went and done it.
Likewise, John Ryder came and fought on.
To be fair, John Ryder come over. It's a purse bid, and we bid for that, and John come and give Billy Joe a real good fight, and it'd be I look forward to seeing John getting back up there because he's a talent.
Absolutely. But I didn't come to the first Newcastle show. All right.
It's the Marbella crew are in.
Absolutely.
All their tans.
He's there from right away.
Better tans than you, Coogan.
I know. Easy. I've been on the Hawaiian tropics. You know about that. You know about that. But here in Newcastle, like I said, it's big time boxing's creeping back in, and you had a show recently in March, one again now in June, and like I said, they seem to love their boxing up here. Yeah,
we've got obviously Stewie with the world title, winning that in Leeds against Malinga has given the region a springboard again for boxing. But it was always a plan to come up here and build something with Bradley Saunders, from our point of view anyway. I did a small little show I think it was November last year, non-TV. We did like 1,200 tickets and Bradley Saunders topped the bill on an 8-rounder. As I said to Box Nation, look, there is the thirst for boxing up here. So it was always the plan to come up here with Bradley. It just so happened that Stewie won his world title, and we can do it at the Metro Arena in front of thousands and thousands of people, and it's given Bradley, Josh Leather, John Lewis Dickinson the opportunity to build their fan base around Stewie Hall's world title. So whatever happens this weekend, we'll definitely be back up here with the 3 guys I've just mentioned.
How long have you been in the promotional business for now?
I think this might be my 10th anniversary this year.
Really?
Yeah. Started from the bottom, Coog, yeah.
That long?
Learnt the trade, learnt the business. Always learning. Yeah.
Always learning.
Yeah, it's been good fun. So
because there will come a point where your old man's going to want to put his feet up, isn't there? There will.
I keep putting this stall out for him. No, I'm joking.
No, but there will come a point where, well, Frank will just, I mean, he's showing no signs of it, but there will come a point where.
For me, his thirst for it's getting more. He's getting thirstier and hungrier for it. And I'm working on a few things at the moment with Dennis Hobson. So I've always got a few bits and pieces going for myself, and but in terms of the Box Nation Queensbury side of things, alongside my brother George and my dad, it's very much a family affair, and it's great doing it with your family because you see something, especially with Box Nation, developing from the ground up. A lot of people didn't even give us a year. A lot of people thought, what a bad move that is, leaving Sky. But my dad, big old balls on him. He bit the bullet, and we're going from strength to strength. Saturday night you got Hall and Butler, and then you got the big fight from the States.
Absolutely.
It's a big fight.
Cotto Martinez.
It's a big fight that is. And Mayweather earlier on in the month. It's a channel. It's a boxing channel, and it's a one sport dedicated boxing channel, and we're getting a response from the fans because we're putting on quality.
Going back to your point, it was a brave move by Frank Warren Promotions as a whole, Queensbury, to come away from the established platform you were already on, to start off a channel from scratch, and like I said, invest how much money into it. It's a gamble. But
yeah, it's a calculated risk. But I think as well it's not just building up your subscription base. It's in the day and age of Twitter and Facebook and all that as well. It's you've got to attack every front, and it wasn't just focusing on your subscriptions. You've got to build up people who are following you all the time and looking at what you're doing, and you're criticised by people if you're not doing your job properly so much easier now. It's not points of view in the old days like the BBC. You have to write a letter and wait till Sunday to hear it on a.
You could hear about it on a click of a button. Yeah.
It's boom. It's straight away. It's an instant media world we're living. So bad. There's no bad matchups. You can't do it anymore. If you want people to tune in, you've got to put on quality, and that's what we're striving to do. And I think I believe we're succeeding in it.
Interesting to see, like I said, where we are now in regards to British boxing. This very strong players. Interesting to see in 3 years' time where everything is. So I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Got some of these guys coming through now. I think new generation of guys even up here, Bradley Saunders and John Lewis Dickinson. John signed with Dennis Hobson, who, like I said, we're working very closely with. And I think each city you're seeing guys coming through and rising stars. Paul Butler is going to be a star UK and worldwide. I think he's one for. He'll be at the forefront of a Box Nation fighter for a long time. Frankie Gavin, Billy Joe, Liam Walsh, all stars in the making. It's very exciting. They're all on the cusp of doing something special.
Absolutely. There's a head-to-head going on tomorrow night in London between Tyson and Derek. Well, your guess as good as mine was what's going to happen there, but.
Well, I think we might spend more money on the security budget than we have on the whole budget for the show. But they're fiery guys, and it's going to be an intriguing one. It's another domestic matchup that we're talking about. It just shows us the strength and depth of what we've got in Britain for the fights that can be made. And then it's been a real split of people who have said, who are you picking? And it's a real 50-50 split.
See the advert on the England-Ecuador game last night.
Yeah, we slipped one in the States,
Come up.
See, with Box Nation going worldwide.
Absolutely. All right, well listen, Francis, thanks for giving us a little bit of time today.
Thank you very much, Coop.
We've got the weigh-in tomorrow. Where is the weigh-in?
It's at the Metro Shopping Centre, just outside of Newcastle. 2 p.m. start, so it's open to everyone, and get yourself down there. There'll be some ticket giveaways and some some signed stuff being given away as well.
You signing stuff?
Only checks.
All right, no problem. All right, thanks for talking to us, and we look forward to a great weekend here in Newcastle.
Next week will be Cardiff, Swansea, Plymouth. Go and check out a few more cities. We're doing all right this week.
Definitely. All right, no problem. Francis Warren for iFL TV. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Coop.